All right, have and have not fans, time for another video, and I'm saving the best for last in regards to Candace's reaction to Quincy Jr. So just hang in there. I got some more videos on the way, but it's coming. It's coming. Now this video is going to be about the Malone shootout, and again, I don't want to say I predicted it. It's more like well, actually, I kind of did. This is way back when, Benny and Mitch were running the tow company and Warlock started to come by. And then we learned that the only reason he's keeping an eye on Benny is in regards to get back to, Candace. Now, all I'm saying is, oh my gosh, I just wanted to see this happen for so long. The Malone Mitch, war. Oh, excuse me, the Malone versus Warlock war, put it that way. And it's going to go down next week. So I feel like next week's cliffhanger based off the preview is going to be, when Mitch is setting up Candace is like, hey, go over there, stay low. My guys are good. So when they start firing, you get down low. So I'm pretty sure like the scene where we have Warlock and Erica on one side, then Candace on the other. I feel like the episode is going to end with, somebody pulling out a gun and all hell's going to break loose. Because remember that Mitch is on the phone saying that, hey, tell Mama Rose or Grandma that I'm bringing Warlock to her. So we know what's going down there. My question is, will Mama Rose be there to recognize Candace? Because remember, Candace was the one that got away, so to speak. Because remember, because Jim said pretend to shoot her and let her go, in a way, Jim indirectly allowed a lot of the stuff to happen by letting Candace live. Similarly to how he was the one to get Warlock out of jail, which led to Quincy Jr.'s death, and then Warlock coming after, Candace to begin with, and not to mention Mitch almost getting shot. So by Jim showing mercy to some characters, it actually led to other characters dying, and it came back to bite him in the behind. So, it makes you wonder what was worse, when he was in the war room, when, he let Candace go and then she had him abducted, or, where he let Warlock out of jail and now Mama Rose has turned her back on him. So you have to wonder, every time this guy tries to show us a little bit of leniency, it comes back to bite him in the ass 10 times more. So it's hard to get Jim a win in this show. Let's put it that way. Now, based off what we've seen in the preview, it looks like, a couple of Warlock's thugs is like, hey, that's Mama Rose. So right up front, things are not looking good for Warlock. The reason being is because when your own men seem to have, be blue in the face about the opponent they're going up against, put it this way, one weak link breaks the chain. And from what we've seen, there doesn't seem to be many, if any, that was not intended to rhyme, but there aren't really any weak links in the Malone gang that we know about. The only weakness in Mama Rose I can see is her compassion for her, her family. But at the same time, like Warlock, she makes some, kind of unruly decisions that seems to have a lasting effect. If anything, Mama Rose really reminds me of Catherine in terms of when they do something, they do it big. Even if it leaves a huge mess, they do it big. And that reminds me of when Jim was reminding David about the building projects where 14 people died, women, children, men, just because one of those hoodlums shot at one of the Malones and things didn't end up too well. So keep in mind, I'm pretty sure if Mama Rose did something like that again, it will be on an even grander scale. And that leads to my point where we had Anna say, hey, why don't we take this camera, walk around town and take some pictures of the firehouses because you wanted to be a fireman or firefighter. I was like, oh my God, please don't go outside. So when the DA called out, that was a breath of fresh air for me, because based off the logic of this show and the way that some of these characters have a string of bad luck, best believe that I'm pretty sure there would be like a firehouse, like a fire station near the Malone restaurant. I mean, honestly, given the fact that it's the Malone restaurant, I feel like there would be a fire station like across the street, and then in the crossfire, Anna or Wyatt would get shot. I feel like that would definitely happen. I don't want it to happen, so please, whatever it takes, I hope those two just stay in the house. And then you look at some of the characters. I mean, I even did a video last week, who will die, and my gosh, there's no telling. Because of this shootout, let's say the cliffhanger is the shootout begins, and then the week after next, which is ironically enough my birthday, August 29th. So yeah, we have a new have and have nots on my birthday, so that's pretty cool. And I'm off work that day too, so that's going to be a fun day. In that episode, I mean, there's no telling who's going to die, but let's put it this way. based off what we know, we can almost, I don't like to assume, but let's try to put the piece of the puzzle together. So we do know that Warlock, Erica, and Candace and Mitch are going to be at the Malone restaurant. It's going to be a setup where Mitch is like, hey, you position yourself there. I want to have my guys here. And when the time is right, it's about to go down. So we do know they are going to meet up there. And Warlock's going to have his crew in hiding somewhere because there's no way he's going down there by himself. Then we look at what's going to happen in a few more episodes from now. We're going to have Candace going off on Hannah, what appears to be the funeral home where Quincy Jr. is, and then Benny's right there. Remember, at the moment, Benny's still in containment. He's not getting out for a little while. So if I were to make an estimation, I'd say that if the shootout goes down, Candace is going to survive unscathed. And I'm pretty sure before she goes to the actual restaurant, we're going to have the scene where she goes to the motel room just to, see the location of the shooting, and just kind of like when Jim and Catherine, quote unquote, had to see Amanda's body to believe it was true when they opened the body bag. I feel like the same thing's going to happen to Candace, where she has to go down there to see for herself at the motel room that the shooting took place and her son is dead. Now, I feel like that's going to happen. Then that's going to be her, coming to grips about the situation. She's going to get on the phone with Warlock, and then, things are going to happen where she's going to like suck it up, go to the restaurant and get revenge. Will Warlock die in the shootout? I don't know. Same thing with Erica. I feel like Erica won't die just yet. I mean, Candace being who she is, she will probably have it so both of them will die, because she keeps asking Erica, are you with me? Because again, she suspects that Erica isn't, truly on her side or going to help her out. So there's no telling what's going to happen. I feel that, if push came to shove, as she told Erica, if it came down to it, I would push you out a window without hesitation. So I'm pretty sure with those two sitting on the same side of the table, that speaks volumes. For all we know, Candace might be playing Erica as like, okay, still on opposite sides. And when Warlock comes in, she's going to be like, both of you, it's time for you to die. And then that's it. Chitty, 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 bang, bang. As Kevin Hart was saying, they're going to die. But put it this way, I don't think that the Malones are going to walk away unscathed. I feel like there will be a major shootout and people will die on both sides. And lo and behold, let's say even if Warlock is shot and killed in the Malone restaurant, if Mama Rose, if any of her boys end up dead, I'm pretty sure she will still have a major bloodbath in Savannah. I do not doubt that from happening. So it's hard to tell what will happen, especially since, if I'm not mistaken, we're not even near the mid-season finale. Maybe the aftermath of the shootout will be like the mid-season finale, but there's just so much to take place within the next couple episodes because we have a lot of setup going on. So I'm happy to see the Malone shootout finally happen. I just hope it looks like there's innocent bystanders sitting there. Can you imagine, like, hey, you know what? I've never been to the Malone restaurant. Honey, I hear the spaghetti there is great. Let's go. You decide to go to the Malone restaurant. You're halfway through your meal. I'm going to come back here every week. Pow, pow, you're dead. You caught in the crossfire. So hopefully that's not the case. For all we know, maybe the innocent customers who are there are actually Malones in disguise. We don't know. It could all be a setup. So I don't know about you. I can't wait to see what happens. So I just wanted to chime in with my thoughts about what's going to go down within the next couple episodes here. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please subscribe because more videos on the way. And folks, it's going to be a bloody day in Savannah.